Jug of Thoughts.
We're back.
You thirsty bitches, we're back. God, you take 1 week off, fucking everybody loses their mind.
I know.
We need a break, too.
We're getting texts and calls. I can't find the new one.
You guys made a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, it was late. We got a Labor Day, too. Everybody else got to take a day off.
Right.
Right?
It was much needed. We're refueled and ready to roll now.
Yeah, a bunch of interesting things happened, I hope. I don't know. Just discussing, events and trying to plan events and not being able to talk about events. And fucking goddamn it, I'm losing it.
I know.
It's just everything, everything. I don't know, man. It's a wacky, wacky time. And I'm sick of talking about how wacky it is, but then every day it just gets wackier. It just keeps getting crazier.
No, they just won't let us be.
Yeah. All right, man. So over this little break we did, I know Barnaroo was awesome.
Yeah.
Barnaroo lifted my spirits because it was the first
normal.
Yeah,
thing.
like real, just like throwdown, just gangster ass throwdown.
Yep.
Like it wasn't like a show where it was all the fucking shit and all the things we got to deal with and the regulations and the food and all that shit. It was just like a band in the woods playing to their friends.
Right.
Which is what
people could dance. People didn't have to wear masks.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Well, it was a private event.
That's right.
Private events, or we can do whatever we want. It's a private event.
Right.
It was a religious ceremony, and if you're stepping on that, then you're stepping on my rights, and I will sue you.
Yeah.
But it was an absolute banger. Thank you to the two who are guilty of doing. I don't want to put their name in there. Event. Such a horrible, illegal, amoral event. But it was a fucking banger, dude. And the Friendly Foe set is up on SoundCloud. I'm working on a video too, which some of you may be in. So there might be some parts of the video I have to cut out, depending on how comfortable people are.
Yeah. A lot of fuzzy faces.
Yeah, we'll see. But nah, dude, it was absolute fucking banger. It was awesome. And then we continued to have a big ass fire in the back of the woods, and everybody's lighting off fireworks, which I found very funny because, as we were playing, we were supposed to cut the music at 11, and it was 11:11, and we were still playing, and the dude's looking at me, pointing, come on, yo, we gotta chill it out. It was this big thing, and we're like, all right, yeah, we'll chill it out. We had a raging party. We're in a neighborhood. We're gonna chill it out now. We're going to proceed to go in the woods and blast fucking early 2000s hip hop and set off more fireworks than fucking ever. I'm like, this was chilling it out?
Yep, of course.
This is way more obnoxious than anything I was doing. But it was a fucking great time. And shout out to everybody there.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I can't. Pete's calling me. I'm in midst fucking chaos. God damn it.
Yeah.
So
Killer Pete.
Yeah, Killer Pete. I got some fucking. Hey Pete, if I just put an antlers on something, does it make it a deer? And he's technically allowed to shoot it.
Well, we could get a lot accomplished that way.
Yeah, I know. Really, we're mucking up the works over here.
Yeah, really.
I don't know, man. Usually we like to start these by saying, "Hey, here's all the upcoming things," but there are upcoming things that I don't know what the fuck I'm allowed to talk about.
Well, we can talk about this Sunday. This Sunday is the Bills opener and the pig roast. We are allowed to talk about that. It is a private party, but everyone is invited. So I guess it's not that private, but you do have to pay $20 in order to come in the door. And the $20 covers all you can eat in your first drink. There's going to be shit tons of food. We're going to have 10 sides along with 2 giant fucking pigs. There's going to be chicken and sausage and apples covered in fucking pig juice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's if you want to come down, you got to pay the $20 because a couple people did say do I have to pay the $20? And I'm like, well, the regular kitchen's not open, so therefore yes, you do, because that's the only food we're offering.
Right, you got to buy that food. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it, you
it's
you
fucking
can eat all day.
Well worth it.
It's well worth it. I mean, we'll more than likely even send you home with something.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great day. Go Bills.
Yeah. Who are they playing?
The Jets.
The Jets?
Yeah. Jets suck.
Really, that's clever.
So
no, I mean, that'd be fucking great. I'm looking forward to winter. I know we talked about it a bit on the last one, but like it's getting chilly, things are chilling out. I'm like, all right, I feel like Barnaroo was a nice sayonara. What's that word?
sayonara.
Sayonara. Sayonara?
Sayonara.
To the fucking this wacky ass summer.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm like, yo, like apparently Cuomo's supposed to make some other announcement about indoor dining and restaurants and live music and shit, which will continue to, as I like to put it, raw dog me in the keister.
Yep.
Furthermore, so it's like, bro, just shut it down or don't. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Or don't. If with this halfway thing with all these technicalities, like we're allowed to book a thing, but you're not allowed to tell anybody about it.
I know.
Like the fuck? I don't know, man. It's fucking wacky. I'm trying to respect everybody's shit, but in my own opinion, I can say this is wacky. I'm not saying I'm for or against or anything. I'm just saying, from the grand scheme of things, it's wacky. And I think anybody, no matter where you stand on the situation, can say, yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking wacky.
It's totally fucking wacky. It doesn't make sense that you're allowed to book basically whatever you want to. Yeah. But you can't tell anyone about it.
But yeah, it's no advertised shit. But that's all right. The technicality of it on the SLA thing said, can I have... This all comes from that goddamn Q&A section on the SLA's website.
Stop asking questions, you fucking morons.
Because you keep giving them new ideas.
Then we have to come up with new ideas.
Yeah, there you go. I hadn't thought about that. So fucking, there's a thing about can I have live music at my outdoor dining venue, and there's all this legal mumbo jumbo about like, yeah, if you're already permitted to have it, then yes, but music has to be incidental. So the sentences advertise and or ticketed events are not permitted.
Yeah.
But that is from the perspective of the venue. So a lot of people just read that and go, oh, we're not allowed to advertise. It's like you're kind of simplifying it a little bit. It's like, yeah, like the venue is not allowed to advertise. The main draw of the evening is this musical performance.
Right.
The main draw has to be dinner.
Right.
With incidental music, like a fucking Italian restaurant or something where there happens to be a guy playing in the corner.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is the way we're going to do shit. All right. We are now not the headliner. The fucking, the hamburger is the headliner.
Yep.
So that, to me, that reads as the artists themselves are still allowed to tell people that they're allowed that hey, I'm going to be accompanying dinner this evening at this place to try to, I don't know, drum up some fucking business and keep these places going so the fucking whole world isn't just empty buildings.
I know.
I don't know. That's the way I read it, but whatever the fuck, we're just trying to work with it.
Except for chains. Chains are good.
Chains,
apparently.
Yeah. I feel like I'm fucking... Okay, so we just got to book ourselves at Applebee's and we're allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. You can play right out in front of Ronald McDonald at McDonald's.
Yeah, dude.
He can be part of the band.
We can play with the Chuck E. Cheese band, the animatronic band.
Oh.
We could do a little mashup with them. Yeah, dude. It'll be like the last waltz. It'll be like all these guys like playing together. All legends joining the stage.
Right.
Honestly, within the state I'm in, not a bad idea.
No. I actually thought that was a pretty good idea.
Totally possible. But like shit,
we may do this.
Barnaroo was fucking dope. Fleckfest was fucking dope. So obviously events like that are gonna be things that we're gonna try to figure out how to either do at establishments or hey, I'm putting the word out right now. If you want to have a throwdown friendly foes dance party and you got a fucking backyard, you got a heated barn, you got a big ass basement, I don't give a fuck. We'll come do it. Let's just start setting these shows up. This is a spiritual thing now. We'll set up a fucking set up a deal, privately, but I'm putting the word out. Y'all want to have a fucking party? And you want it like Barnaroo was a fucking banger, dude. It was a blast. You want to have a party like that? You want shit like that to go down? We can make that shit happen. If it's a private party, we're allowed to do whatever the fuck we want. Friendly foes are for hire. And we will bring out Frizzle Fred is our big 8-foot inflatable ghoul guy. We got our skulls, we got our lights, we got our bouncy balls, we have a fucking crazy light system with lasers and all sorts of shit. We got like 5 different fucking lighting systems right now. Like, it's a fucking spectacle. If you want to have like a mini music festival for your fucking birthday party, Friendly Foes will come out to your place and set shit up and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome. It already has been awesome. That's what we are. We are a fucking party band. You know what I mean? So if you're looking to have a party, hit us up. Hit us up on the Facebook page. Hit us up if you know one of us, Pete or anybody. If you know Captain, hit Captain up. Well, we know how to get a hold of each other.
I'll pass it along.
Friendly foes.
Happily. And I'll come to your party too.
Yeah. Captain will come to the party and he'll tell witty jokes and crazy stories. Oh, it'd be great.
Yeah.
You get a full entertainment experience.
You really do.
Well, yeah. So, can we talk about the outside shit you're trying to work on for the jugs? I think that's going to be really cool. The tent things.
Yeah. So we've got some. We're doing a little bit of testing on it tonight, and it should be like in full swing by Sunday. We're putting walls up on the tents, and just to get this will cut down on cool air rushing through and stuff like that. We've got some stand-up heaters that we're going to be able to put in there, and keep it pretty good for the first month or two of the football season. So you can come there, watch football on Thursday nights, on Saturdays, on Sundays, on Monday nights, and we'll be ready for you. We're ready to roll.
That's Western New York right there.
Yep.
Because I remember when this whole thing started, they started setting up those plastic tents in like the parking lot of like a hospital for overflow, and we were all like, you could put a couple space heaters in there, and a TV and some beers, and you could watch some. You should watch some Bills games in there. That sounds actually be pretty cozy.
Yeah, we put the projector on the on the screen yesterday instead of on the roof of the tent like we were doing before, and it's like an HD screen. Like it's fucking mint, and it's like I don't know 65 inches or something like that. So it's pretty decent size, and we're going to hook up, we got another one behind the bar, and we're going to hook up two more. So there's going to be TVs. It's going to basically be, surround TVs, which is going to be fucking great. So come get your fucking football on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be like a fucking little tailgate every fucking time you come.
Yeah, dude. In Buffalo, you motherfuckers, people go to fucking games when the thing on the TV is like, whoop, 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 do not leave your house. Like, people are still going out to Bills games. And they're like, you will die. It's Hoth out there. It's a tundra. Do not leave your house.
And we're like, oh my God, it's going to be the best game ever.
All right, put on 2 pairs of jeans. Double up on socks.
Did you see the weather? It's supposed to be -8.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Get the fireball. I'll keep us warm. Yeah, that shit's fun, man. I miss that shit.
It is fun.
Grilling.
Oh, man, I love it.
Getting inappropriately intoxicated early in the day.
Yeah, every Sunday we're going to be doing something special, too, as far as food goes. Like, we're going to do a couple different styles of chowder over the next few weeks.
Hell yeah.
Which I'm kind of excited about. As it gets colder, it'll get hardier.
Yeah.
And hotter. So as the weather gets colder, it'll get hardier and hotter at the jug.
Whatever happened to the 200-year-old soup? Where are we up to now? We got to be up to like 8 months, right? I remember you started that.
I was like, it hasn't even been a year. You know that, right? Okay, yeah, probably about 8 months.
All right, cool.
I've made 3 soups with it.
It's going. It's it takes time.
Yeah.
It's going.
Right.
You weren't like, somebody thought it was like a craft beer and they drank it.
No. However, I'm very excited about, I just ordered a case of beer of the Barrel House Crew from Ommegang, because you can only get it in-house at Ommegang.
Yeah.
This shit is 10.7%.
Oof.
And it's the size of a wine bottle.
Nice.
And I ordered a case of it, and it'll be here in a week or two. And I'm pumped, because they gave it to me when they came onto the show. That was one of the gifts that they gave. Oh, that was the gift?
Yeah, dude, that's classy with the cork on the top.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking really good. So shout out to fucking Matt again and Beard over at Ommegang. You guys are fucking great. We're loving what you're doing over there. All the beers are fucking fantastic. And but this is an older one, kind of more of a Three Philosopher style, and it's super good. I opened it the other night and I called him the very next day and was like, dude, can I get a case of this? And he was like, yeah. He's like, you can only get it here. And I'm like, that's what I figured. That's why I'm calling. Yeah, holy cow. It's fucking good.
That's great.
So doing really good things out at Ommegang Brewing Company. So go out and buy their beer, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. There's some shout outs we should hit for the Barnaroo crew as well.
Yeah.
First of all, Tall Guy. Shout out Tall Guy, who was destructive. Tall Guy was like, honey, I blew up the kid. And he just goes around destroying stuff. Like, so we got the big bouncy balls, everybody's bouncing on them and dancing, and it's fun. And we're playing. We're towards the end of the night. It didn't get on fucking camera, but it's on the audio. And I'm singing fucking Joe Cocker. I'm feeling all right, not feeling... And then I kind of looking around, I look over, and I see just one of the big balls coming right at me. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it just like kind of bounced into my shit, and I held my shit. But you hear me singing, and I look in the back, and it's just this tall guy who, like, I saw him boot it like a little kid. Like, he's not like, fuck you, I'm gonna throw a ball at you. Like,
yeah.
He's just drunk, and he has a big ball, and he's like, yay.
Yeah.
And it just comes flying.
Baby Huey.
Exactly. But in the recording, you hear me go, I'm feeling all right. Calm the fuck down, Tall Guy. And then I made a whole verse about how Tall Guy almost smashed all our shit. And he was like laughing. He's, I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, I'm fucking with you, man. It's fine. And then like, okay, so Tall Guy, he told me his name 3 times. I kept just calling him Tall Guy. And so like we're packing all this shit up, and then this chick comes up to me. And I believe her name was Amy. You know her.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, you're okay, so you're on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, the podcast with Chris. With Martin.
Amy is part of the 3E
the candle
candles
thing. Yes, all right, there's the connection. Yeah.
Yes.
So she knew the candle thing.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Because, we could get into a lot of shit on this show. Shit that me and you find very funny.
Right, of course.
And then some girls like, I was listening to the one where, and I was like bracing for impact. And then, like, behind her, there was this big smash, and fucking Tall Guy smashed some fucking a ball into another table. And everyone was like, whoa. And I was like, God damn it, Tall Guy. So I never knew if she was a fan or not. She is. Okay, good.
Yeah.
She just said I listened to it, and then Tall Guy destroyed something.
Yeah, no, she started listening to it when we gave them the shout out, and a shout out to 3E again, because the jug... The jug jars are in.
Is that what this is?
To start, no. The jug jars are in, though. This was me asking you what this is, and it's called a jar.
Oh, okay.
And the jug jars are in, though, so they're going to start filling the jug jars with candles very soon, and we're going to have our jug candles.
Dude, you cannot keep... I'm sorry, man. You cannot keep us down. Like, oh, shit, we're going to go in the candle business?
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling the government's going to pull the electricity on us.
Exactly.
The power did go out a couple weeks ago, like in the morning.
It went out twice here in the morning. Yeah.
It was weird. Like, I had just woken up. Lee was in the bathroom getting ready, so she had her hair dryer going.
Yeah.
And there was a fan going. And then all of a sudden, just all that sound stopped. And like any other time, you're like, oh, hey, maybe there's a storm. But during all this, you're just like, there it is. That was the last of it. That was the last of it.
They finally said, fuck you, everyone.
Yeah, all right. Good thing we are getting in cahoots with a candle company.
Right.
Yeah. So
they're going to keep things going for us.
Yeah. Tall Guy smashed another thing later. So shout out to the 3E girls and Tall Guy.
Yeah.
You should have a candle called the Tall Guy, and every time you light it, something in your living room breaks.
It's a candle that turns into a firework.
Yeah. They were blowing up a lot of fireworks, man. It was fun. It was good shit.
Every time you light it, something in the living room breaks. Fuck, it was the TV that time.
It is. Fireworks are so funny, because you'll be sitting there having like an intelligent conversation with somebody, and about like whatever, society, politics, culture, music, blah blah blah. Because we did our set, and we're talking about the mixing of musical cultures. We do hip hop and fish. It's all about groove, man, and blah blah blah. And then a fucking firework goes off, and everybody just stops talking and just watches it. And okay, what were we talking about? Like we kept distracting everybody because we were all stoned and shit. And it just every time it went off, everybody's conversation stopped and just watched it. And we were like, wow.
Yeah, let me look.
Oh,
that was exciting.
And that's the one that like it blows up and then does the.
Yeah,
you're like, I like those. I like those ones. Fireworks are dope.
I used to like the one that like after it completely went off, it made that really loud.
Yeah.
And like you could feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh.
There was a fucking thunderstorm the other night that was like that.
Yeah.
Like I woken up out of it and I was heavily sedated. It was after Barnaroo and it was after all the shit I just needed to crash. So fucking, I'm like out like a fucking light, and
Right.
but there was a thing that sounded like a fucking bomb went off.
Right.
And the first thing I hear is Lee like, "What the hell was that?" And like it was just we had a crazy fucking storm.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Shout out Tall Guy. I think that's where that started. But yeah, we're
getting all over the show today.
Yeah, but we got all fucking distracted about the heaters and the fucking setting up the tent outside, and that's gonna be great. And maybe we'll try to do dinner out there one night. I think we're gonna definitely be doing dinner.
Yeah,
at the Jug.
we're gonna do big dinners every weekend.
Yeah, a 3-course dinner for us one night.
Yep. And that is going to be a lot of fun. I highly suggest you guys come to that dinner because that's going to be a good one.
Can we do it in code? All right, let me try to do this one in code. It's like you guys got to guess it. Like, dancing in.
I can't do it.
Okay, that's the first clue. And then Alice Cooper, where he's like, and I'll do what I want, and Okay, that's clue 2, and we're gonna be at what's that galaxy that's also a candy bar?
What?
It's a candy bar, but it's also a galaxy.
Yeah.
You know.
Uh-huh.
That. So
Okay.
put those 3 clues together, and there's something going on there that night.
Let's see how many of you can figure this one out.
I think I got lost. No, that's enough. Jesus, I don't know. I might even get in trouble for that.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, man.
I might get in trouble for that.
No, I'm not even talking about your place. This has nothing to do with Jug. There was no Jug. Obviously, you didn't get the clues. This has nothing to do with the Jug. We're not doing anything with the Jug.
I know.
We're roasting a fucking pig. That's what we're doing.
We are roasting a pig.
Yeah, really. Is that you happy, hippies? You got your way.
We were talking about what if like any vegetarians or vegans come, and we were like, Mike goes, well, he can have the apple. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. All of that like vegan like cheese and stuff like that, like if you really read it, like some of them, I'm sure there's some that are all right, but if you really like read it, you're like, this is like eating like, you might as well like pull a piece out of like your computer and start eating it. Like it's all just fake man-made shit. Like it's not natural at all.
No.
It's vegan. It's like all like rubber it's like halfway to like it's like in between a Post-it and a rubber band. Like they kind of melded them and it turned into like some fake slice of cheese.
They're like, ooh, it worked.
Yeah. Hey,
so it's like American cheese.
It's not dairy. It's not dairy. What are they doing across the street? They're tearing that shit the fuck up.
They are doing a new water line that's running down to the bank, all the way down. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, people. We wish there was more things we could talk about. Oh, hey, here's an exciting thing. This is fun. September 25th, Friendly Foes making their debut at Mohawk Place. Canceled. There's a new fun thing we can talk about.
There we go. We got something. Now we're on to we're on to things.
There's another thing that's canceled. Tune in next week to hear what else is canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All right. Yeah. So like we're trying to come up with ideas for how to do events and things like that. Keep it within the regulations, but still be able to do the things we want to do.
But we do want to do a Halloween party as well.
We're gonna do some sort of Halloween thing.
Everyone. This is going to be way easier for you to all wear your masks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we're going to have any problems that night.
Everyone is just going to be a surgeon.
Yeah, so fucking we'll keep you updated on that. That's not for a while. But
yeah, we're definitely doing Halloween dinner.
Yeah, we're definitely
we're doing a nice big Halloween dinner.
Huge. There's going to be pumpkin pie everywhere.
Yeah. The turkey stuffed with. Could you stuff me and Pete in the turkey? Can we get away with that?
That was when I was at Hoover's today.
Sort of a Trojan horse situation.
I don't know what triggered this, but like I looked up and it said it had 2 hearts on it on the sign, and it said iced cream pies, But I only saw the angle that I was looking at it. It looked like it said "I love cream pies." I was like, "Does that say I love cream pies?" Like, whose sign is that?
Can I buy that?
You come with me.
Your billboard speaks to me.
So that made me laugh today. I love good chuckles like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It was really funny. I said it. I was like, I love cream pies. But anyway.
Yeah, man, they really they could take anything and like if you just name a sexual act after it, you can just ruin anything. Like no one can ever order a tossed salad ever again.
Right.
No one can ever, you know what I mean? Like, that's just hilarious that they could just take that. I think, did we do the bit that I thought about? Like, because there was some politician whose last name was Seaman.
I don't know.
There were signs everywhere for
a
while.
Right.
And we were like coming up, we were like, all the scientists are like, all right, we finally got a name for that white stuff that comes out of the tip of your dick. And they're like, we're going to call it semen. And then everybody whose name is semen, everybody in the Navy, everybody who works on the boats, everybody, they're all just like, dude, what? You could call it anything else. Really? Son of a bitch.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, there's, from what I hear about those boats,
Hey, maybe
there's still a lot of it getting tossed around.
Oh, art imitating life over there, huh? I guess.
Jesus.
There was something I was just looking at. Oh, we were watching that Hugh Hefner doc. That's what we were trying to come up with. Like, dude, the Playboy Club had their thing with the keys, with the keys with the bunny on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, we could come up with something like that. Little keys with a little jug on it.
Yeah.
And like that's how we'll like keep the capacity and make it a private thing. I don't know.
Right.
We need a little.
Have a little picture of a cream pie on it.
Yeah. But I thought we're both watching this. It's like a documentary, but it's also like they filmed stuff like with actors, but it's not like shitty reenacting. I mean, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
The guy who plays Hef is a lot more handsome than the actual Hef. But it was actually pretty good. It's interesting to how that guy built that fucking conglomerate.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A
lot of it was that he surrounded himself with the right people.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
He did a fucking hell of a job.
He had a fucking plane.
Yeah, he had his own plane.
Yeah, and like the mansion itself is just like a goddamn kingdom, and James Caan just like fucking everything that moves. It was interesting. It was very interesting. And he made the movie with Roman Polanski, and then the first comedian they had to open the Playboy Club was Woody Allen. It's like, you guys certainly have a type.
Yeah, right.
like who was the second comedian? It was wasn't old Bill Cosby, was it? Like, nope, we didn't have a second comedian. We skipped to the third. Yeah. I don't know, but watching him do that, they figured it out, man. They had challenges. They had adversity to face.
They sure did. They had a lot.
Yeah. We're not showing anybody's pubes or anything. We're just trying to have dinner.
Yeah, I know. An extra fun dinner.
Yeah. Incidental nudity. What if it was that? It was a recipe. That would be a Playboy had to be a recipe book with incidental nudity.
We have actually discussed this.
What do you mean?
Incidental nudity.
Like...
Add the jug.
Yeah. I mean, it happens sometimes. Accidental nudity happens.
Yeah. Purposeful nudity happens sometimes.
So what are you saying? Like you're having dinner one night and then incidentally...
topless bartenders and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they do them fucking like baristas like who, are dressed like rave chicks with the pasties on.
All right. Yeah.
See, these are the types of episodes that I'm assuming the Candle Girls are not fans of.
No?
I don't know, maybe.
They love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would certainly bring people out.
I know.
Are you going to make them do it outside?
Well, the pasties are going to probably pop right off.
Yeah.
With the weather that we got coming.
I don't know. Is it supposed to be a crazy-ass winter?
I don't know, but it's going to be cold enough that I'm sure with no shirt on.
Yeah.
They aren't going to stick.
Yeah, how do we make the football games will be where it's at? That'll be fun.
I know.
Incidental football.
Yep. And by the way, this Sunday we are opening at 10 a.m.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, so
get in early.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll take a break. This is Captain's Jug of Thoughts. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Spread the word. We're supposed to be spreading the word. Words.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about anything else, so spread the word about this at least.
I know. Jesus Christ, man. It's fucking weird. I'm sorry to, every time I'm like, we're not going to do it. We're not going to beat the shit out of the same situation over and over. But every week there's new things, and the whole point of this fucking show was to get into the fucking inner workings of these events and build them and build excitement about them, and then fucking promote them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's that was the beginning of the show. That's how this show kind of came about.
Yeah, but then it kind of divulged
partially
into us telling crazy stories about fun shit we did.
Right.
And now we're not allowed to do any of the fun shit or talk about it. The fuck? That's why you get us being like, is it going to be a crazy winter? What's the weather looking like today?
Looks a little nipply out there.
Yeah, I'm looking across the street. I'm like, hey, they're doing some work, huh? Just banal neighbor conversation.
Yeah. I can't believe they're doing a water line. That's going to go all the way down to the water? That's cool.
That's cool, man. See, actually, what they are doing is, and every time when you meet a guy and he's like, what's interesting about this water line? You're like, there's nothing. The first part of that sentence is no way going to match the second part.
Well, what they should do is put a big ass tube that you can fucking go into.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's going to come out into the water.
Yeah, like a water slide, but
it's a giant tube water slide.
Yeah, but what's the fucking pH level of this water? Is it like a sewage line, or is it's just like
No, it's to clean the boats.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And you want it to be like a water slide.
Why not?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Sure would.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to something.
All right. Okay, cool.
We'll be back.
Someone locked the door and they took it. Here we go now. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling too good myself. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling too good myself. Calm the fuck down out there, tall guy. The tall guy almost fucked up this whole thing. He got a little carried away with the ball like a kid. All this shit costs a lot of fucking money, but it's alright now, it's all good, man. You know why? We're feeling alright.
This is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.
Alright, we figured it out. We solved the world's problems. Well, we solved our problems. The rest of it's a little out of my hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing to talk about. I probably shouldn't start a recording. I got nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I'm skeptical, but still excited about moving forward. I'm excited because fucking football's starting, and I think it's a big deal. I think it's a huge deal. I think it's a little weird that a couple of the stadiums are letting people in already.
And some of them aren't.
A lot of them aren't. Most of them aren't.
Most of them aren't. There's one that is. So
there's a couple that are now.
I heard there's a rumor about Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, I listened to the chick talk about it yesterday.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, so every time he gets hit going across the middle this year, somebody's going to be like, you just got shit on, motherfucker.
Yeah, like that ain't going away.
That is not going away.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. He,
Do you think as soon as, those girls, there was another one a couple weeks ago of a girl, same deal with the big puffy lips and the fucking crazy attitude, talking about how she fucked a whole basketball team, but she wouldn't say who it was. Right. And every time a new video pops up of that girl talking, so how many of those guys are like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh talk about something else, don't bring me up,
she's gonna say it this time.
She's gonna say it because girls just don't give a fuck. They'll just say whatever.
Well, like that one, she said that what did she say? She said that when she was on a plane, he instructed her to not wear panties on the plane, and then go into the bathroom and take a video of her taking a shit in the airplane fucking bathroom.
I guess, whatever wins games. Whatever gets his mind in the right state to win games, whatever he's got to do, that's his method. That's his process. I don't think we should judge that.
I guess. I mean, when he walks into the fucking locker room and one of the offensive linemen just fucking took a fucking big ass shit, is he like, oh yeah, it's going to be a good day today?
Nah, come on, man. That's weird. That's gay. But is it like a thing where like he's this giant, powerful guy, and then like that's on the opposite end? He wants to be like degraded. Is it that classic fucking thing?
Yeah.
Where he's this huge, successful millionaire, fucking star athlete, and like he needs to be shitted on, is what she said, which is really funny. The way he wanted me to shitted it on him. That gross.
Yeah, it's fucking really fucking weird.
Yeah, slow news day, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, I don't know, man. All that shit you saw any given Sunday, those motherfuckers like to party.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Have you seen Ballers?
Is that The Rock?
Yeah, yeah.
No, but
they like to party.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Those guys are, and he played football, so
The Rock did.
Yeah.
Whoa, wasn't he in like the XFL or something?
Well, he played for the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so he went to like one of the biggest schools in the nation for football. So, I mean, he's got a pretty good idea, especially down in Miami. I mean, you fucking know everybody down,
Yeah.
People who love Miami.
Yeah, that seems to be the spot, huh?
It's the spot for everything.
Yeah. Well,
I personally hate Miami, but
yeah, you guys are doing a little Thanksgiving trip.
yes, well,
Possibly, it's in the air.
Yeah, it's not set in stone yet, but we may be going to the Smoky Mountains to do a little Thanksgiving dinner in a cabin, which I fucking think is gonna be great. I might be meeting up with Hot Dog and Slade Smitty down there.
To finally see him in the same room at the same time.
All right, this would be the first time ever that there's a actual witness.
You're meeting him in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
I know. Yeah. I may not be back. Yeah. They figured out it's just me. We gotta kill him.
Yeah, it sounds like a Stephen King novel.
Well, yeah, I know. So I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope, man. We had a tradition for a few years of going on trips during Thanksgiving because I don't like holidays and I don't like holiday gatherings with friends and family and all that horseshit. Not my thing. I don't like it. Too much pressure, too much weirdness. So we literally would leave the country.
Right.
And it was great, like, because you just get the fuck away and nobody cares. Any fucking, I mean, yeah, there was like Christmas decorations and shit for, it's not like America's the only one who's, or is aware of Christ. The rest of the world knows the guy who knows who the guy is. But like, you just get away from the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's nice. And you just send a nice, hey, happy Easter text.
Yeah.
Or a happy fucking Thanksgiving text. And that's it.
Right. Yeah, so that's a
Dude, I was talking to your cousin. We went over to a fire at Pete's house.
yeah.
And as soon as we pulled up, we see the fire like behind the house, and then the fire just go like it's huge, and then we hear ah! Like that was the introduction.
Okay.
I was like, oh Jesus, because Pete's back there doing fucking real. He's probably cooking a bear he just killed with his bare hands over the open fire.
Yeah.
But we were hanging out with your cousin there. And dude, that motherfucker's got crazy stories.
Yeah.
We're talking about traveling and shit and all these things, and his stories are fucking crazy. Like, just an interesting man in the world type shit. He's talking about, like, being lost in the tundra for 3 days and having to live in a fucking thing. And, like, we were like, the food at the hotel was real good. You know what I mean?
He's talking about the time that he got, that his car broke down in the Rocky Mountains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he lost his dog. He didn't know he was going to have a dog. I'm like, geez, this is a harrowing experience.
Yeah. Yeah. The dog saved his life.
Yeah. I can't. Is that what we got to have him on and tell all this shit? That shit's nuts.
Yeah, the dog saved his life. I had my fucking aunts and uncles and shit calling me, and they're like, "You used to live in Colorado? can you call someone and make sure the pack gets found in the mountains? Like, and I'm like, you guys, none of you guys have ever seen the Rocky Mountains, have you? Like, it's not just a call that you can just make. Like, hey man, my cousin's lost in the mountains. Can you go grab him, please?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, none of you have seen the Rocky Mountains. It was pretty funny.
That shit's scary.
But I did make a couple calls just to see if anyone could, you know, guys that hung out with him and stuff. If he had regular spots that he was going, maybe, you know, then it would have been a different story. So I did make those couple calls and see if anybody knew. But they're like, dude, he just goes when he goes, you know. And I'm like, fucking great. I'm like, those things fucking stretch out all the way across the United States, all the way up into Canada. Like, you know, like I mean, I know that he's in the Colorado range of them, but still, they're fucking...
It's a big range,
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
But
somebody's up there.
Leave a trail of breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
That shit is scary. Like, I have that adventurer, like, curiosity, and, like, we've been on trips and been to some crazy places and hiked up some crazy mountains, but it's like that feeling of being like, all right, I need to be, like, on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We're not just, like, taking a walk down to the silo to watch the sunset. Like, I need to be on, because if we get lost or we get in some shady shit, and, like, there's a few parts of Paris that they didn't show you in all those romantic movies.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a few neighborhoods where you walk with a pretty blonde girl, you're going to get a lot of fucking, like, oh, Jesus Christ. This is a mistake.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? You got to keep your wits about you when you do shit like that.
Absolutely.
Which is, I think it keeps you, like, sharp, man. It keeps you fucking, if you're challenging yourself in life, it keeps you sharp. And I think, like, this COVID shit, here we go again, it's made everybody so goddamn dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody's got to get their fucking shit out. Like, no one's, like, we're all just sitting there watching Netflix.
Right.
Which I got rid of Netflix, got rid of Hulu, none of that shit.
What?
Fucking done. I don't watch them anyways, because I click through Netflix for 20 minutes looking for shit, and I don't care about anything unless I see, like, some Scorsese movie I've seen a million times, and I just don't care. Anything I want to watch, I'll just go buy it. Like, I'm not a binger. I don't know.
Wow, see, I'm a binger.
I've been watching the Hugh thing just because Lee was interested. I usually watch what she watches, like, kind of distant, like, while I'm working on shit on the computer.
Right.
And every time there's titties, I look up.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't? Even girls do.
Yeah, of course. There's apparently I haven't noticed, but Lee has. She's like, girls don't wear bras anymore.
Yeah.
She's like, every time we're walking around, we're like at a concert or something, like, young girls, like, they just don't wear bras anymore.
No, they don't.
And she's just like, I don't know, that's just a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, there's the freedom, I guess, but then for other girls, like, yeah, I'm not, like, it's not tied to my personality. It's like, imagine if we had a thing, like, a good pair of underwear that just, like, supports your shit.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck yeah, like, this isn't, like, suppressing my male fucking rights or whatever. Like, free the nuts. Like,
free the nuts,
man. I gotta have my shit tight. It feels good.
Right.
You want to be fucking secured.
Yeah.
You know, you want to feel supported.
Oh, absolutely.
But, you know, I'm a fan of free the nipple. But you gotta, there's a lot of people who are a fan of free the nipple, not for the intentions of free the nipple.
Well, yeah.
They're like, we want, you know, freedom, and we don't want to have to cover if a man can show his nipples, a woman can, which I believe in all the philosophical, social
absolutely
things of it at the same time. But at the same time, like, when there's a super hot chick who's like, free the nipple, we're all like, yeah, like, I'd be lying if I was like,
no,
yes, politically and politically only.
Right. No. You're like, damn.
Yeah, we did a podcast. I knew some girls who were into the topless rollerblading thing.
Yeah.
And, like, they were great. Intelligent, smart, awesome fucking girls. And at the same time, like, there was a discussion there of being like, you don't want to completely lose, like, a woman's feminine sexuality. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, you don't want to lose a man's masculinity. Like,
yeah.
Some little bitch boy. Like, even the topless blader girls are like, go fucking chop an axe, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking man up. You know, you do some masculine shit. Like, that's the way it's been from fucking the dawn of time. None of us would be here without that shit. Without those pheromones. So, like, free the nipple, but also at the same time, don't just be like, there's no difference between a woman's breast and a man's breast. Be like, yeah, there is. There's a real gross, big, hairy difference.
There's a total difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see those, and nobody wants to see these.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do agree with
Yeah, I agree with the sentiment.
Absolutely.
You know, but you're also not going to be like I don't know. Usually, and it's the dudes. Oh my god, damn it! I have no connection to my generation whatsoever, dude. Like, not at all. We saw these fucking two walking through our park the other day, and they were just wearing costumes. They're wearing like 20-something-year-old hipster costumes. She's got the big floppy hat on and the old lady dress that looks vintage, but you know it was like a $95 dress at some fucking Sephora or something. And they all have the tattoos that look like, you know, pirate tattoos. They're like purposely shitty. Yeah. Like, and they're all just blotchy, and the guy's wearing like the short shorts with like the weird old man sneakers. And it's like, you're wearing a costume. You're wearing a I'm a quirky badass costume. Yeah. And you were not quirky. You were not badass. No. You're trying to look like you're just a dork wearing a fucking costume to try to like make that your personality. Right. And I started thinking about like friends we have who are normal guys, who just look like normal guys who have normal jobs. Yeah. I'm like, those people are psychos. Those guys have the craze. Those are the quirky weirdos that you're trying to look like. Yeah. And they just look like normal dudes. Right. They have better stories than you. They have more outrageous life experience than you. Without a doubt. A billion times more wisdom than you. They know how to handle themselves better than you. Yep. And you look at them and you're like, that just looks like a normal dude. Right. But I look interesting. And it's like, dude, if we dropped you in the middle of some situation, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do. You'd be fucked. Yeah. So, fuck those two. And your fucking costumes. You know, I don't know.
So, fuck those two.
So, fuck those two and their fucking wacky costumes. Because you see it every few years, it changes. It's hilarious. I know. You know what I mean? They're like, no, this is the way we're looking now. And then like 2 years later, when Taylor Swift changes her hair and everybody else does it, they're like, I love being unique. And I know we're beating the dead horse of the fashion industry. Well, but that Hugh Hefner shit is making me nostalgic. I want to go back to the fucking 60s in Britain. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Everybody's taking Mandrax. These diet pills were going around, which was just speed.
Yeah, I know. Diet pills.
Help you get your chores done. It was just fucking speed, and everybody was all fucked up on speed, like dancing around. Yeah. That shit looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
I want to go a time machine, man. This is the time. If we're ever going to invent one, let's do it now. And we can go back to all the other shit. We can go get that motherfucker to not eat that bat.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So... all right, well, what else we got here?
I don't know. What else? Fuck, what else have we been watching while we're killing the fucking time?
I know, seriously.
You know what I mean? What else? I don't know. I have a John Belushi book that I haven't even opened yet. There was this one major fucking hysterically funny but like really sad clip of Chris Farley on Conan, and he sings a song, and I put it on my Instagram, and he's like, I'm a clown, but I cry. And then, you know what I mean? I make you glad, and inside I'm sad. And it's so true. Yeah. And everyone's laughing, because at the time he was alive, so they didn't know the awful ending. Yeah. They were just laughing. And he was just hilarious. And it was this poignant, like, sad clown. Like, it was serious. It was fucking incredible, dude. I highly suggest looking it up. It was very moving and kind of depressing, but kind of also hysterical. And then at the end, he hits this high note, and everybody claps and goes nuts. And then he walks back and gets caught in the curtain, and the curtain falls on him, and he just wraps up, and he's rolling around in it. And then you're just dying laughing after you were just so sad. It is fucking amazing.
Oh man, he was the best.
Yeah, dude. And like, there's like an hour long like audio thing on YouTube, and it's just a clips of like different guys who worked with him and knew him talking about him on podcasts, like David Spade talking about him on Stern, and like Jay Moore telling stories. There's just all this audio content of all these different guys telling stories about Farley. Right. And how fucking ridiculous he was. Like the most ridiculous shit he ever did, like we didn't even see on camera. It was just him in the office. Like, dude, there was one where like I think it was fucking Jay Moore and David Tell. Yeah, we're gonna end our show telling other people's stories about funnier shit that happened. Yeah. And fucking Jay Moore and David Tell shared an office, and Farley came in, and they were just bored, and they were like, "We'll give you $100 to take a shit out the window." And they're at 30 Rock, and there's like the windows that like overlook the ice skating rink.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So Farley's like, "I'll do it." and they like emptied their pockets and like any money they had. Then he said he took up the table like a cartoon and just like tilted it, and all the change slid, and he caught it in his pocket. And then he went over to the window and put like his ass out and his back out, so like the only thing in the building is like his head and his shoulders and his legs.
Yeah.
And he's trying to push one out and he can't do it. And like he's pushing, and then finally just one little nugget comes out and lands inside the window.
Oh,
and everybody spazzes, and then he's like, oh god, and he like wiped his ass with his hand and then started chasing him around through the hallways of 30 Rock, like through the building where like parts of the other building are like people who are not comedians. Like they're in the accounting department,
right.
And he's chasing them with shit on his hand. And just what a time to be alive,
right?
That's a time machine spot.
Yeah, that is.
You want to go back to you want to go back and like watch Lincoln talk. You want to go back like I'm gonna make a checklist of all the fucking vacation spots I want to hit when the time machine's getting invented. Elon, get to work, bro. Now sucks. Mars ain't gonna do shit.
No.
Let's start going back. I want to go see Nirvana live at the Paramount.
Yeah.
Let's
fucking do this.
Yeah, like I want to go invest in some fucking, I want to go invest in Microsoft on like day one. And then just get loaded and then just travel through time and go to these culturally significant fucking times.
Yeah.
The 90s, man. The further we're getting away from it, the 90s was fucking incredible. There's a lot of shit happening at the same time. Like there was the whole fish thing. I mean, the Dead thing was huge as fuck. There was that whole crossover.
Yep.
Seinfeld was the 90s. The whole Brit pop fucking thing, which I know we didn't get, but over there, that was incredible. The Oasis and all that shit. Like, that shit was huge. Grunge was fucking huge. Hip-hop became, like, a legitimate thing. It wasn't just, well, my name is, and I'm here to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, gangster rap, all that shit started. Like, the 90s was a crazy time. The Bulls, the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
Fucking A, man. So, time machine, back to the 90s.
Well, I was in my late teens and early 20s all through it. So, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have been better timing for me.
I was a little younger, but
Yeah.
so that means, okay, so go to the kids' generation. Fucking Ninja Turtles, dude. You want to talk about Robin Williams' run in the 90s with kids' movies? You
Yeah.
want to talk about Hook? Don't fucking bring up Hook in my house, goddammit. Hook's the shit.
It is
Robin
the shit.
Williams fucking killed it.
Yeah, he did.
See, all right, now we're lightening up. We're getting into the good stuff. Robin Williams. And it's, there was a fucking great run. The 90s had fucking shit popping all over the place.
It did.
Is it this ebbs and flows thing where like, but I've also gone with the theory of everybody's like, why was music so much better back in the day? And I'm like, oh, when you were in high school? They're like, yeah. I'm like, because you were in high school.
Exactly.
Life was in front of you. You were happy. You were getting laid for the first time. You were, you had no real responsibilities, but you just kind of had enough freedom.
Taking lots of drugs.
Yeah, dude, you're having the time of your life. Any song you heard at that time reminds you of that time. So
Sure.
people who grew up in the 80s, they love that music. They love the music. I don't know, man. What the fuck did I have? I have music that came out in the 90s that I listened to when I was in high school. That reminds me of high school.
Yeah.
But it's like, you remember those times fondly.
Yeah, for sure.
And it would be I when did I have the early 2000s? I had Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, dude. Don't fuck with the biscuit.
Don't fuck with the biscuit. I remember
We did that In Together Now
Limp
song.
Bizkit in the late 90s.
We did the In Together Now song at the Jug. And it's now available on SoundCloud and YouTube. And it's In Together Now, so it's Limp Bizkit with Method Man. And it's DJ Premier made the beat. That's why it's good. You're like, why is this like way better than all their other shit? Because DJ Premier made the beat. And it's Method Man and Fred Durst rapping. And like Method Man does a verse, and you're like, god damn it, he really is one of the fucking best. Like one of the best ever. He has the coolest voice, his flow, his swag. He's the fucking best. And then Fred Durst comes in. And it's like, on his own, you can take it. But putting those two next to each other like that,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, oh, this guy stinks.
He's just not so good.
No. Mike checks what's it all about. Where are we going to run? Maybe we can meet up on the sun. Which sounds like a couple 14-year-olds drunk in the woods.
Right.
Trying to write lyrics like,
It totally does.
yo, bro, maybe we can meet up on the sun.
Yeah.
Yo! Write that down. That shit's nuts because it's like, that's the hottest. You know, we're trying to do hot shit. The sun's like the hottest, right? Yo, I just pissed my pants. Yo, that's gangster. I was thinking about that too. Like, that'd be funny. Is that guy, like, is he just, like, really proud of that shit? And, like, that's not the first time. Maybe that's what he does.
When I was doing, I helped a buddy out with a landscape job the other day. I think I told you about it, you know. And one of the guys that was working for him was a younger dude. And he said Pissy Pants McGee's real name.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and I like looked away for a second because I was like, wait, is that kid? Like in my head, you know? And I'm like, I think it is. And then I looked back at him and he goes, yeah, I heard the story.
Yeah, so it's the story.
Now it is.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is he seemed to be, it didn't seem like his first time. From what it sounded like, it seemed like he was just going, you know, normal business.
By all accounts, it was his first time. That's what everyone else is saying.
All right.
So, yeah, he seemed very professional about it.
He was just rolling with it. Maybe he'd, like, thought about it. Like, dude, I'm just going to, like, we could probably start that. Like, let's go online and just be like, normalize pissing yourself. And, like, get a few celebrities to retweet it, and, like, everyone will just start pissing their pants and filming it and putting it on YouTube. To fucking, you know, stand strong with the piss community.
Yeah, we can put a backdrop of Beastie Boys, Ebb and Flow. Yeah. Behind it.
Pissing your pants is gangster.
Yeah. It's the perfect song for it.
Yeah. He's
Let it go.
Dude, I remember the hardest I had to piss ever in my life. We were going up to a Thursday in the Square show, and we're drinking beers the whole way up. And we get to the parking lot, and I'm like, dude, I gotta piss like a motherfucker. And we were like stuck. It was like traffic. It was like the last year they were free. Like it was just crazy. And we're like stuck in traffic. And I'm like, motherfucker, I gotta piss. And there's like cops on horses, so I can't like. You know, and the song that was on was a Wilco song. I think is it Wishful Thinking. But the lyrics are like, fill up your mind with all you can know. Don't forget that your body, let it all go. And I'm like, turn it off. Because I'm just like filled up with all I can take. And I want my body to let it go. And I remember we finally get parked. And I go to take a piss on this church we used to piss on. Sounds good. This is probably why a lot of bad things happen to me in my life. We used to piss on his church. But like as I'm walking up, like in the bushes next to me, I see a kid like and two cops, and he's like getting a ticket, and like getting his pocket searched, and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't get my pocket searched, and I ended up like stumbling through like into like the financial area of Buffalo, and like dude, I had to piss so bad it was like hurting. It was like an emergency.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Like it was horrible, and I go into this Chinese place, and I'm like, I see it says restroom. I'm like, fucking thank God, because I'm not getting arrested for this show. And then he goes, and the guy's like, no, bathroom for customer only. And I'm like, nah, fucking give me a Sprite. And I start walking back. He's like, no Sprite, 7-Up only. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
I'll take the 7-Up.
I'll take the 7-Up. I don't give a shit. I don't want to drink it. And I just remember going in the back to like, dude, literally like a fucking movie, like flickering light, like smelly, horrible back, like dead fucking rat in the corner.
Oh yeah.
And just had the greatest piss ever. And then like came
then he had
out,
to drink a 7-Up.
I probably just paid for it and just left it there. I'm like, here, I don't even want that. Just get that shit out of my face.
The last thing I want is more liquid in my body right now.
Seriously. Could I just give me the empty cup? I'm gonna need to fucking round 2 is coming up. And I just remember walking out back into like the city being like, where the fuck am I? Like it was like the Hulk coming back down to the other guy. Like,
yeah.
Like you're just like, where am I? I just wandered until I saw like in a restaurant or somewhere I could take a piss, and I got totally lost because it was like in that panic mode.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm just gonna piss my pants on the street, and I'm not gangster enough to pull that off.
You're not?
No, dude, I can't do that.
I can't do it.
No, I'm low level. I'm an associate. I'm not. You got to be a top boss to do that type of shit.
That was like when we went and saw. I think that's what kept happening to Matt last year when we went and saw Fish at the old Knickerbocker.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I'm right here, and like, so I'm like, you know, like we were kind of talking about, like I kind of pay attention to my surroundings when I'm in new places, like so that I kind of have an idea. At least I always have some idea of where I am or where I should be going. And I'm like, all right, I know where that is. You know, so I'm like, fuck, that's all the way on the other side of the building. You know, So we have to go all the way around. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking see you. You are not anywhere near this fucking clock tower. And he's like, no, now I'm by the post office. And I'm like, fucking cocksucker.
You're moving. Stay still.
I know. So I'm like, stay there. He's like, okay. So I'm like, the post office is right down the street. Like, I saw it, fucking get over there. I'm like, you're not fucking here. He's like, dude, I'm on Shakedown. I'm like, you fucking motherfucker. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. And Shakedown was the only place that I didn't know where it was yet, which is very opposite of normal. But we didn't have time to find it because we stayed and watched this band at this fucking super awesome fucking place in downtown Albany. And then we stayed so late that we had to go straight to the show.
Right.
But so I'm like, fuck, man, where the hell's Shakedown?
Yeah.
I know where the post office is. I know where the clock tower is. So anyway, we found him eventually. He was just walking by. I'm like, you're still walking, dude.
That's how it happens.
He's like, yo. I'm like, don't yo me. Dude, bastard.
I searched. You just got to give up. You just got to go, you know what? If we find him, we find him. You guys found each other in the middle of D.C. in the middle of the night.
I know.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Right.
We went to a show, and after the first set, I'm walking around looking for my two other friends. We all had different seats and, different spots.
Right.
So we separated and all went to our seats. And this was the night my one buddy bugged out and thought that the Mark Wahlberg Apocalypse movie was happening. Okay. So I didn't know this had happened yet. All right. So I remember just walking around this entire. It was an arena. It was a hockey arena, but it wasn't fucking MSG or anything.
Right.
It was pretty big, but it was there's no way I could have. And I just walked around looking. I'm like, I can't find any of these motherfuckers. And I couldn't get a hold of them. And I'm like, just sitting down with random hippies because I'm out of my mind and I just needed to talk to somebody. So I'm just I'm glomming into other groups. And after we finally found the one, I can't even remember where, but I just finally found him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And I was looking all over for you guys. He's like, I don't know where he went. He's like, but I didn't leave my seat the entire night. He just got super zoned in, and just even during set break, he just stayed in his seat.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, yo, after the set, just wander, just circle the hallways, and we'll meet each other. Stay on this level, walk around the circle. We're bound to run into each other.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I just never found any of them. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, if you're all walking in the same direction, though.
Yeah, that's true. But there's going to be some distractions.
You're just 20 feet in front of each other the whole
time. Yeah. But he didn't leave his seat the whole time. And
right.
The other guy was we had no idea where he was until we got back to the hotel room, and it looked like some Fear and Loathing shit. He's there with the sheets over his head.
I love when that happens.
Yeah. Oh, classic. Good old times.
Yes, the show got that dude.
Yeah. I don't even know how much of the show he saw. I have no idea he fucking went out there.
Might have just been the opener.
I miss those times.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you guys are trying to have little mini festival parties, hit me up with the Friendly Foes. We'll come out and rock it out, man. Because that shit, that's where we belong.
Yeah.
Is them fucking parties and late night, we do all the shit. We'll do all the fish jams. We'll do all the fucking hip hop jams. We play any type of music, however you want. It's just a fucking dance party. It's fun. It's the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for them and you can't, for some reason, get a hold of either of us, then you got to know at least where the jug is. Just fucking show up at the jug, ask for me, and someone will get a hold of me, and I'll put you in touch with Thurman.
That's where shit's going down. And we're figuring out the jug's got the football games are happening.
Yep. Pig roast, chowder, everything.
Hell yeah, heated tents. And, stay tuned for whatever other things we can say, or just honestly, just fucking call one of us and we'll tell you privately. I mean, could we start a private Facebook group that shares this information? Do we start a... because then that's advertising, but it's advertising to each person.
Yeah, I know. We, as long as we know you, we'll tell you. But, otherwise, we ain't telling you shit.
Word, just get the word out. It's got to be this underground thing of passing messages.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, there's a knock on the door. Was that? It's scary. I hate that. All right, Captain Sugar Thoughts. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. This is why the broken, you're so pretty. Ha, ha, sicker than your average. Papa twist, cabbage off instinct. Bitches don't think shit stink. Game players, not Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. They're right, get the head right, diggy there, air night. Papa been smooth since days are under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruce, prove to, do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls walk to us, wanna do us, screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Puck. Close like Starsky and Hutch, stick to clutch. I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Recently, bitches frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I'll just keep my peace, keep my peace. Cubans with the pieces, piece, with my piece, packing, asking who want it. You got it fucking flaunt it. That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it. Diggy, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. This is why they broken, you're so pretty. Diggy, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.